Progress.
Tuesday night Oliabo call. Welcome, greetings from wherever you are. Please let David. Thanks for letting us know. And remember that if you're here for the first time, you're wanting to keep your name kind of quiet and confidential. Cool, no problem. Just maybe don't make a comment. But if you'd like to let everyone know, Bonacera, you would like everyone know that you're here, say hello to the group. This is great. Look at all these people. Bobby coming in here. Uh, we had David there for a moment from Iowa, and Blake, Adam Blake, of course, one of our, and Ronald. Thank you, Art. Wow, look at all these, Larry. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone. This is great. Donna, welcome. Oh my goodness, look at everyone. I can't even read them all. They're coming so fast. You're like, welcome. John. Whoa. Colleen, wonderful. Suzanne, wonderful. And of course, Malcolm coming in all the way from the Philippines. Welcome, Shannon from Nebraska. Look at this. Look at this good group. They're going so fast. Oh my gosh. Wow. I can't even keep up with it. This is so cool. It's great. Just that time of year to be able to have fun with community, right? We've talked about the importance of, look at this. Oh my gosh, Ruth, welcome from Florida. My goodness. And this is great. Laura, welcome from snowy somewhere. I didn't get Teresa. Yeah, go Bills. I love it. Vicky, wow, this is fantastic. Natalia, I like that. Welcome. Oh my goodness, they're going so fast. Ray, that's the man, Ray. Penny, love that name, Penny. This is such a great name. Tippy, wow. Okay, Aria coming out fast. Dell, welcome. Eric, welcome from Idaho. Hopefully you're getting some good weather up there in Idaho. Not too far from us, but this is Tanya. Welcome, Michelle. Welcome. Good grief, there's so many. Okay, hard to keep up. Guys, we're ready to rock and roll. I think it's Buonasera, which is, if you're wondering, what is Buonasera? That just means good evening in Italian. And if you're wondering, what is this Oliabo thing? We're going to go through this a little bit here. I'm going to turn it to my big brother. Well, I almost called him Uncle Gordon because that's what my kids call Gordon. My big brother, Uncle Gordon. Buonasera, I love this image that, Gord, you put. Maybe you can explain this. This is so beautiful.
Thank you, Joe. Thanks for kicking things off tonight. Good evening, everybody. Buonasera. This is, I kind of love the Cinquecento. It's the Fiat 500. It's possibly one of the smallest cars ever made. And if you're over there, I think they call it the Topolino, which is like little mouse, right? Topolino. And it's, I think you could put it in the trunk of most American cars and drive home. But it's kind of a neat little photo. And joining the office here tonight with by Curtis, and we have a special guest tonight. He's actually with us most nights, but he's in California. School is out right now. Brent finished. He was up here teaching. He's a professor at local university, and so he's with us tonight. We're gonna have him share a little bit. I was gonna kick things off tonight by just showing you a little something. There is the back of our package. There's a picture of my mother. I had a call this week. I was talking with a couple of friends, Eric and Pat, and realized that Eric happened to be present when this photo was taken many, many, many years ago. It was about roughly 18 years ago. Okay, I know 18 years ago we had color film, but I kind of am a fan of black and white. So I just used the treatment on the back is in black and white. I found this. This is an interesting thing. This is a picture of my mother just before she immigrated to Canada, and she wrote on the back. This is probably 2-3 days before she left Italy and came to Canada. I think she was on the boat. It was such a long boat ride. I think there's still still Italians on boats from the same era coming across, and it was a long crossing. But she landed in New York. She saw the Statue of Liberty. She was processed at Ellis Island, and they shuttled her. As she pointed out, the American military shuttled all the Italians that were going to Canada to the train station. You go across this little ferry, and then they shuttled them up to Canada. But she says on the back, in her own handwriting, What is the future? What is in store for this future American? Okay, Canada, North America, that's the way they would talk about it. And she signed, that's her handwriting. And I thought it was kind of a neat way to kick things off. I was, oh, what a thunk that there she is on the back of a label many years later. So, little respect to my mom. I think it's appropriate. Um, Joe, Joe, Zio Pepe, it says at the top. Joe called me Uncle Gord. He's in my family, Zio Pepe, which just means Uncle Joe. I think there's a weird thing that Joe is a very Italian name, and they don't say Joe in Italy. They say Pepe, which is like Giuseppe, right? So, Zio Pepe, you want to kick things off? Dude,
You
you get 101, all of 101.
you betcha. And Leanne, welcome from freezing cold Alberta. She told me today it was like negative 4,000 or so. I don't know what it was in Alberta, but it really had a cold snap. It's cold. Anyways, and welcome, Harley. And okay, so we're jumping into all of 101. What is, you may be watching for the first time. You may be watching for the second, third, or fourth, or fifth time. But if you're watching for the first time, you're wondering, what is this Oliabo? What's this name Oliabo? It stands for, and I'm giving you all of 101, okay? Olea is oil in Italian, the feminine version of it, olea, and botanical or botanica in Italian, botanical, Oliabo. We created this brand name. It was a bunch of, we were all sitting around the table. Curtis, you were there.
Which
Ashley, we were all
table?
sitting around. It was like that table where they're at right now. We sat around, we came up with, it took us weeks and weeks and weeks. It was incredible, that moment where it finally snapped. And so Oliabo, Olive 101 is what we're talking about here, because we're talking about all things olive tree derived. About this time last year, I called my brother Gord and I said, Big brother, I think I got an idea. I'd let, well, it wasn't really an idea. It was just I got a desire for an idea. There's where it starts, right? A desire for the idea that we should bring something to market. And he's like, hold that thought, little brother, come to my house. So I went to his house and he started talking to me about this amazing story about when he lived multiple years, many years, including this year. He went with his family. He would go for weeks to a month at a time in Italy, in the Tuscany region, and he always stayed on the same place, which was on a private olive orchard where they had their own olive press. And he learned about the power of olive oil. Now, we're half Italian. Gordon indicated we're half Italian. We knew about olive oil. We've taken it our whole lives, very aware of olive, but didn't realize the true power of it. And so as we dove deeper, we started to realize the studies and the science, which are relatively new, on extra virgin olive oil are off the charts. Everything from extra virgin olive oil and cardiovascular health, extra virgin olive oil, and all cause mortality. Yes, there are studies on that, not a few, quite a few actually. There's extra virgin olive oil and studies on brain health and antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and the list just goes on and on and on. And it was so amazing as we dove. And as we dove deeper, we realized, wait, the leaf, which you might find a few people, if you were to just walk out on the street, you might find maybe one or two out of 100 that would know olive leaf extract, good for the immune system. That's about where it ends. What does do they know? And I didn't know this. As you dive deeper into the extract of the olive leaf, there's a chemical compound in there called olivectin, and olivectin is our trademark name. Is it's called alorapine, an extract from the leaf of the olive tree. And it is powerful, everyone. I knew it was good for the immune system. Okay, good. Nutritionally supports the immune system. But studies on antioxidants, off the charts. Studies on nutritionally supporting anti-inflammatory process in the body and inflammation, nutritionally supporting brain health, nutritionally supporting cardiovascular health, nutritionally supporting bone health, and the list just goes on and on. That's just the leaf extract. And then we started diving into the olive fruit extract, which there's, as you could see there, a chemical compound in there called verbascoside. And guess what? Studies are almost duplicate what you got with the leaf, except even more. And the phenolic count in it is very, very high. So polyphenol is the word we're looking for. And you're not going to need like a test after this. I'm just kind of kidding around about that. But do note, it's all our website, and go to our website, find out, dive a little deeper. And we encourage you to dive a little deeper. Olivectin is a trademarked name that we've created, and it's our own proprietary blend of these two extracts. And let's go to the next slide, Gord. So also
Sorry,
we want to talk.
we have an oleocanthal slide that
Yes,
somehow disappeared. Like
that's
one
okay.
sock always disappears from every one of my laundry
I know. What is
runs.
that?
Yeah, that's
It's
olivectin
like my
slide.
plugs for my phones in the house. Where do they go? Holy
Exactly.
macros! There's some like phone thief, phone like
Like
cord thief.
extension cords around here. Chris and I were like mini panic before. Okay, keep
It's
going.
nuts.
Sorry.
But before I dive into this being delivered, extra virgin olive oil contains a chemical compound in there called oleocanthal, and I want you to kind of, and now I know that's a big word, just go to our website, you can like write it down, you can study it. We encourage you to study it. We encourage you because most, if not every person you come into contact with, unless they happen to be dialed into this subject, will not know that word oleocanthal, and there is power in it. Studies showing super high anti-inflammatory properties to it. And so we use extra virgin olive oil in this particular product, which you will I'm going to talk about being delivered here in just a moment. But then in our premier product, which we call Prima, it's our flagship product. We have 2 capsules in there with high phenolic extra virgin olive oil infused with rosemary. Then we have our olivectin capsule, which is, and you're going to hear testimonies on this, okay? Because I want to cover this because you're going to hear some powerful stories tonight in a little bit. So there's going to be an olivectin capsule, trademarked and proprietary blend of the leaf and the olive fruit extract, and then a third capsule, which is called Rosa. And Rosa is a grapeseed extract, a proprietary blend of grapeseed extract, and also lycopene extract. Powerful, everyone. Let me tell you. And I'll hold my testimonial here before we introduce the testimonials. But we started talking about this months ago. And immediately, what do people do? They run out the door and try to find extra virgin olive oil, a good quality extra virgin olive oil, which is a little bit tough to come by, truth be known. You can buy it. Yeah, it's all over the place. Chances are you have it in your kitchen right now. But is it pure extra virgin olive oil? And this is where we jump in here with our own brand. And so we thought we might as well at least offer an Oliabo branded extra virgin olive oil from Italy, of course. And this is a certificate of authenticity that we've created showing that, yes, this is true Italian extra virgin olive oil. And you might be saying, well, why would you even need that? Well, the reality is 70 to 80% of olive oil that's on the market isn't pure extra virgin olive oil. It's cut with canola, it's cut with sunflower oil, or it's just watered down so bad that it's like the 4th or 5th press, so that you're not getting a true first press extra virgin olive oil. And so this is our certificate of authenticity. And this started shipping just this week. So we're excited. Now, let's go to this next slide. Good Gord, you created. I think.
Sorry, you're up. I went
Yeah,
out
it's
before.
shipping this week. Fantastic. So we're excited for you to get this. Or thank you for your patience. Now, you might be wondering, it's a 250 milliliter can. I've got one right here in my office with me at home. Now, this is a good slide. No, you might be wondering, why did you not put it in glass? Because it's traditional that you'll see it in glass. Okay. These are, by the way, incidentally, those are the same size containers, Gordon, 250, 250. The bottle might look a little bigger, but the reality is it's the same volume that's found in there. Now, why did we choose to put it in a can versus a bottle? Because traditionally you're going to see these bottles in shops. Go into a shop wherever you are in the country, and you'll find these traditionally 250 milliliters, pretty standard size. Why did we not do it? For 2 different reasons. Number one, for traditionally, when we would have extra virgin olive oil growing up, and in Italy, it's very common that you would put it in a tin. Why? Because it's light sensitive, and you want to keep that phenolic count strong as possible for as long as you can. Okay. And the tin is
the two, Joe, like dark glass doesn't, but people have asked it. There's nothing that stops it like tin. That's why it's in that.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And the glass as well, just sheer for shipping purposes. I mean, that's a great, you're shipping this versus a bottle, and you're going to have significantly less spillage and breakage. And so it's going to be much easier for us to ship. And we are shipping now. The point is we're shipping now. We're excited for you to get that. And notice that the size, it might seem optically like this one's bigger, but really the tin is a phenomenal size. It's perfect for shipping. And interesting, and our price point, I just ordered a competitor that it's coming to me. I ordered it on Amazon, same size bottle. So it's a bottle that's actually a mock-up of the bottle there. 3 of them for a significantly higher price than what we're paying here. And it's a great price point if you buy one, $44.95, or if you buy 3, what's that number, Gord? Is it 30? I can't remember what the number is.
Joe, if you leave the witness, I got
think
Kent, that slide. Yeah, leave the witness with Kent later. We're making him do the math.
Okay, we'll have Kent talk about that a little later because he's got those numbers. But most people are actually buying. Most people are actually buying
trigger
the 3-pack.
finger.
So with that, I'm putting it back to you, Gordon. Let's go.
Thanks. I wasn't trying to write you, Joe. Sorry about the PowerPoint.
No. Let's
sensitive.
go.
I'll put like motion graphics in it, and like so, what happens is it just goes bananas. But no, thanks, Joe. And Joe makes a good point. We've actually had people saying, "Well, this is a bigger container." I was like, "It's the same size container. It's an optical illusion. It's like that weird house that you go in,
and better for shipping.
And
better for shipping.
Yeah. So anyway,
hey, Gordon, can I just share a couple of thoughts on
you bet
how we can best impact your individual business by positioning the 3-pack as the way to go? So that at this point, we've sold 3.5 times more units in the 3-pack than we have the individual EVOO units. In addition to that, if you were to go and find 3 people to sell a single EVOO unit to, compared to one person who's going to buy a 3-pack, you'll have a 21% net impact on your business. There's 11% higher commission by selling the 3-pack and a 10% reduced cost that you're offering someone to buy that 3-pack. And so the numbers just work out so much more in your favor to put the focus. Now, we certainly welcome all customers. We love it when someone wants to purchase our olive oil. I'm just emphasizing with you leaders on this call the impact on your individual business by helping your customers understand the value that they get. And in response to that, we pay you more, your business is bigger, your checks are bigger, all of the above.
Excellent. Thanks.
Awesome.
Okay. Did you see how I followed you with that?
Why am I even talking, Gordon? Ken's doing a way better job of that. Let's go.
I know.
Not at all. Sorry to
interrupt on me. I'm like trying to go through the pitch deck and I read through the deck. So yeah, thank you, Kent and Joe. Kent, you still got the 2 slides later, but hey, we're mixing it up tonight. We have an executive team member here, Brent Baum, and he's sitting next to me. He's some of you have met him over the last few months. He is our chief strategy officer, and he also he's a former. If you look at his little thing there, I put little Easter eggs. He says he's a recovering entertainment executive. Yes, but he's still actually making movies. He's a film producer. Finance professor. What are you teaching right now?
Finance and film, both writing.
Finance, film, writing, you name it. He actually, this is one of his claims to fame. He is part of what's called the founding 5 members of a little company called DreamWorks that started in California in 1994. And Brent was the you got in just under the wire, the founding five. You were number five. At first, I was like, "Does that count include Spielberg, Katzenberg, and Geffen?" He's like, "No, they were the three dudes that were like really the founder. They were brought in five people to help them start it." And I said, I was leading the witness a little bit. I said, "Brent, we are starting something extraordinary. You happen to have been there day one of an experiment with a new entertainment company that changed the world." So I gave you a quote here: "An extraordinary idea at the right time has the power to transform an industry." And
Absolutely.
yeah, you mind?
And you
share a little bit,
even got the adorable little boy fishing from the moon.
which didn't exist when you started there, I think.
No, that came much later.
Yeah.
But it's true what the slide says, Gordon. First of all, let me say, I'm very excited to be here. It's really an honor and a privilege to speak with you all. About a year ago, Curtis and Gordon came to me and said, "We've got this great idea." And I'm like, "Well, I live in the world of Hollywood. There are a lot of great ideas I've heard before. What do you got?"
I'm gonna let this
And,
go too, so I'll stop sharing.
And so they told me what they were doing, and I said, "Yes, I'm in. Let's do this." And so one of the things I want to share with you guys real briefly, I don't want to take up a lot of your time. If we get a chance in the future and you get a chance to meet me, I'll tell you the story of how I got to DreamWorks, because what an opportunity as a young professional to have an opportunity to work with those guys, to be part of what they're putting together. There's nothing in the world better than that. And I really appreciate that. I always tell people I'm the luckiest guy in the world, and how I got there was a very fortuitous set of bizarre circumstances that I don't think I've ever seen line up before. But Gordon knows the story, and someday we'll share it. Real quickly, the thing that excites me about Oliabo is that it reminds me of that time before when I got a chance to see this happen. And a couple of things stand out to me. What is similar between my experience in 1994 at DreamWorks and my experience in the past year as Oliabo has come together? And the first thing that I thought of is that there are visionary leaders. And that's a real critical element. For me to make a decision to come and work with a company is all about the vision that they have. And it can't just be creative. It can't just be, "Hey, I have a good idea. Look at this really cool artwork from Italy," right? Because that's awesome. But for me, it's about a vision of growth. Okay, that's one of the key elements that I look at in a company. And just so that you know, when I started at DreamWorks, like Gordon said, there were five of us. We were in a back room putting this whole thing together, putting together a 10-year strategic plan as to how DreamWorks could be successful was my primary job. And at that time, I didn't know anything about entertainment. And people tell me that, "Wow, that's how could you have such an awesome opportunity?" And I say, I got hired for what I don't know and who I don't know. So Ray, when you laugh at me saying I don't know anything about olives in our little video that we did, actually, I didn't know that much about entertainment when I started either. So as a young guy, I was really appreciative of that opportunity to work with visionary leaders who understood how important growth is. The second thing is hard work, right? When you're a young guy at a company like DreamWorks, you're working all the time. There's all-nighters and there's stuff to do. And we went from 5 people to 1,500 people in less than a year and set up 10 different business units that allowed us within a year's time to have $1 billion in revenue. That takes hard work. The vision of growth sets the plan in place, and the hard work accomplishes that plan. I've seen it happen, and I see the same thing being set up here. So it's what I call living it. The leaders at DreamWorks lived this dream. And I see in Joe and Gordon and Curtis and Kent and the team here, they are living this dream, okay? They are actually doing what they said they wanted to do. And the third thing is, I believe you have to have an exceptional environment. People want to come to work there. I spent an inordinate amount of my time at DreamWorks dealing with resumes and job interviews. And as we built these 10 divisions, who got hired to lead those divisions? Who shared the vision that our principals shared so that we could make sure we had the same ethic, the same standards in every division of our company. And I see that same thing here. It's about an environment and it's about a team and having a place where people want to come and work. So I live in Malibu. I have a great life. I produce movies. I have a hit Broadway play on Broadway right now called Chess that I invested in. And I am in
You're busy, bud.
Murray,
Yeah.
Utah, talking to you guys about this company. And that's because I believe in this. I believe in what you're doing. Those three key principles that I just mentioned to you. Visionary leaders who have a vision of growth, hard work, living what they are telling us they're going to do, and having an exceptional environment where people want to come and work. That's what it's about. In the end, if you saw some of our corporate videos, Gordon always makes me do corporate videos. I'm not that guy. I don't like being on videos, okay? But I said it once before. In the end, it's all about the people. We have a team of experts here. I don't need to be an expert in olive oil. What I know is corporate strategy and corporate structure and how we as a board of this company and as senior executives in this company can put something in place that allows you guys to grow, that allows you guys to experience this vision of growth that we're talking about, and that means success for you. So I'm happy to talk with you guys. When I am in town and when we do meet, please come and say hi. It'd be great to meet a lot of you and to learn how successful you are being at this business. I look forward to it. Gordon, thank you for having me here.
Brent, there's hope for you. Honestly, a recovering crotchety entertainment exec. Brent is less crotchety than he was when I first met him a couple of years back.
Yeah.
I think it's just the products that have, yeah, anyway, you're the best, brother.
You're laughing back there. Is that?
I think Ashley's gonna murder you because you didn't give a shout out to her. We worked together.
Ashley's been together with us for a long time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anyway, you're the best, brother. That was really good. Like, I think it was really important that we kind of stepped out of our little space of nutritionals and direct selling for a little bit, because what is possible, sometimes we lose track of what's possible. And oh, I'm sharing again. Look, sometimes, whoa, I'm having things work out. Yeah, and Ashley follows you. She gets to, like, she can dump on you if she wants.
Oh no.
Yeah. Ashley, hello. There you are with the festive house. Ashley.
Yes.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey. Ashley, I don't know if you noticed on your little CV there, it does say that you're afraid of salad bars. So
This
you can
is
explain
true.
that whenever you want. You don't have to do it tonight, but somebody's definitely going to catch somebody's attention. So,
Amen to that. Yes.
hey, do you have a sec tonight to riff about a couple of updates?
Yes, I do. Is this an actual video?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Brent said
Okay.
adorable. He gets $20. He just pointed out. I told him it's your word, and I said if you can get the adorable in, I'll give him $20. So, okay. Anyway, no pressure, Ashley. But
Okay.
no, that's not a video. I don't know how to put that in there.
Okay. So at 8 o'clock tonight, we're putting a video on social media. What it's about are these. These are Prima packets. They're running really low. If you want to be one of the first people to, get the first launch of Prima, I recommend ordering them now. So Ben, we were talking to him today and he's like, oh, I have Prima, but I haven't been able to take it. We're like, why? Because he doesn't want to open it. And I was thinking, I don't have an unopened one either. What am I going to do? So I haven't unopened one yet that I'm going to keep forever. I'm just saying there's just a few left. That's what's going to be on our social media. If you want to share it later, 8 p.m. is Mountain Time is when it's launching. Okay, there's that.
Wait,
Well, but wait, there's more. Soon to follow, this little guy, the cutest, most adorable thing ever. Is that good? Adorable. Coming soon. So I am gonna be on the call on Thursday at 1 or 2. What time is it at? 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Telling you
Mountain Time.
telling you a little bit more about this cute, adorable little trial size packet. We'll let you know when it's available, what the cost looks like, when you can order it. So this is so cute. I mean, like seriously, do you guys see this? I'm obsessed with it. I need more girls in my office to, see how cute that is.
We've all been
Adorable.
saying it's cute.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
Thank you.
It's adorable. Okay, Ashley was saying this today. I was like, Brent, just $20 if you could say adorable. And he just passed me a note and I missed it somehow. I'm gonna have to look at the recording because he gets $20. He slid a note that said, I said adorable.
Oh.
By the way, Ray, this is directly a result of you saying, Gordon, my boy, if you could somehow figure a way to do a sample pack. And it's not a sample pack, Ray. It's a trial size. Because 7 days, that's what you need. So anyway, Ray, actually, I didn't listen to you, but I actually did, thank goodness. So
love it. I love it.
Very good.
And you're right, Ashley.
Ashley-
It's cute. It is cute.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We will call it mini me. Okay, so sorry, like all these graphics.
Piccolo prima.
Piccola prima, yes, exactly. Kent, wow, this is what happens. Okay, I have wonderfully talented compadres in this thing, and I have ADD. So this like slide deck is a little all over the place tonight, but it's a little entertaining. So Kent Wood, Kent, hello, brother.
Gordon.
I got a couple. You're the commissioner. That's your new nickname because you're also in charge of commissions. So like Commissioner Ken. Ken, we did commissions. And
We
the
did
company
pay
didn't
commissions.
close. Yeah.
And I just want to highlight Curtis and Adam and Ben and our entire team for helping us get to the point where we paid our commissions on time and accurately last week. I think it was a couple of weeks ago, we announced that, or with quick math, Gordon, you and I and others have done over 1,000 commission runs. Well, we added one more to that total with a successful commission run last week. The great news is we're already calculating this week's run that includes last week's weekly activity, the sprint activity, and the monthly activity in our baseline commissions for November. Just a couple of things to point out. The fact that we're in the earliest stage of our business, we're small enough that we're able to audit transaction by transaction to make sure that the system is calculating correctly. You can have tremendous confidence that as you share the business opportunity with your network, they're going to get paid what they're supposed to be paid according to our compensation plan. I would encourage you to check your email. For those of you who have earned a commission by enrolling others who have placed an order, make sure that they are accepting or that they are activating their Pay Quicker account. There's an email that gets sent to you when we do a commission run. And if you happen to be on there for the first time, when you get that email, you need to click on it, create your Pay Quicker account so that you can access those funds. We paid out hundreds of people last week, and only a fraction of you have actually activated the account. We want you to be able to put these funds to use in taking care of Christmas, in taking care of your family, or investing in your business. And to do that, you need to make sure that you are activating that account. Let's build some great big numbers.
Hand up.
We love paying commissions.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so if you were expecting a commission and you didn't see that email or you can't find that email, please reach out to support@oliabo.com or give us a call because we can resend that email. We'll help you. We'll take care of it, right? Just always know that if you think something's off or you're not sure on what to do next, reach out and you can always know that we're gonna take care of it.
Beautiful. Adam Blake. Thank you, by the way, Kent. Thank you, Curtis. Adam Blake. Adam, I see you. Adam, you have your own slide tonight. Look at that. Right, the last minute we threw this together. So you want to share for a few minutes, brother?
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple of updates for you guys. One, the call updates. So we've opened up international ordering, as all of you know, and we're starting to grow our businesses globally. And as part of that, we want to be able to include everybody on these calls globally. And so a time that we found that would be best to do that is 2 p.m. in the afternoon. We're doing our calls on Thursdays currently at 2 p.m. We're getting a lot of attendance on those calls. And so, what we want to do is we want to start scheduling these Tuesday calls for 2 p.m. moving forward. So, that's going to be starting next week. Now, you might be thinking, well, 2 p.m., maybe you're someone who has a job during the day, and how am I going to join for that 2 p.m. call? Not to worry, we've already thought of that. So what we're going to be doing is these calls again are going to be on Tuesdays at 2, and then we do the other call on Thursdays at 2. So now you're getting into a cadence of 2 p.m. calls on Tuesdays, Thursdays, 2 p.m. But what we're going to be doing is on these Tuesday calls, within an hour, we have a recording back from Zoom. So we're going to be blasting that recording out to our entire email list and saying, if you didn't catch the call today, here's the recording. Click here, and it'll take you to Zoom where you can actually go watch the recording. We're going to be making those available for a couple of days after the recording so that you guys can go in, make sure that you utilize all of the information, but they won't be housed and archived somewhere. So for calls that we feel like there is specific information, things were shared that we want to make sure people have access to and can share on a regular basis, we're going to be doing some actual editing of those calls, and we'll make sure that we make it a high quality version, and we'll put those on Vimeo. So those will still be housed on Vimeo for you guys to be able to use and share. But we wanted to make this more accessible for everybody worldwide. And so we're going to be doing these calls at 2 p.m. from now on Tuesdays. And if you have any questions or anything that you want us to address on the call, please reach out to us ahead of time before the 2 p.m. call, and we can make sure that we cover those things on the call for you as well. So that's the update on the calls moving forward. They're going to be at 2 p.m. from now moving forward. What this does is it allows anyone who's in the Europe region or Africa region to join in the evening their time. And it also allows everyone who's in Australia, New Zealand, and on that side of the world to join in the morning their time. So that's going to be the plan for these calls moving forward. So the holiday schedule, what are we going to be doing for these calls for the holidays? So we are planning to do a call on Thursday, the 11th, so in 2 days from now. Then next week, we will have a call on Tuesday and Thursday. That's the 16th and the 18th. The week of Christmas, on the 23rd and 25th, we will not be doing calls on that week. But then we will be back on Tuesday, December 30th for a call. And then on New Year's Day, January 1st, we will skip that day as well for the holiday. We just want to make sure that everybody has the time to go relax and enjoy the holidays with their friends. So that's our holiday plans and schedule for these calls moving forward. Again, Tuesdays at 2, Thursdays at 2 is what you can plan on. You can go to oliabo.com/launch. We'll be updating that website with this information as well. Lastly, holidays, shipping. If you want to receive things before Christmas, make sure that you're getting your orders in. I would recommend by the first part of next week. It depends on where you're at. We've got a schedule. So if you're wondering, okay, when do I need to order by in order to get it to the UK or to Australia, you can reach out to us and we can give you a drop dead order by this date. But just to be safe, I want to tell everybody, if you order by the first part of next week, that should be pretty safe on getting your order before Christmas. Lastly, I'm going to go into a different topic, but while I'm here sharing with you guys, I've got a lot of questions on holding tank. And specifically, the question comes in, individuals who signed up in October. We did our soft launch and began taking enrollments October 10th. And so we've talked about that you have 60 days to move people within the holding tank. So I just want to let you know that we are going to work with individuals who signed up in October to make sure that we can get those placements and the structures put together how you want. So if you have some of those placement structures that you would like to do, and maybe somebody falls out of your holding tank, just reach out to us. Contact customer support at support@oliabo.com, and we can simply make those changes and send it back to you. I just don't want anyone to think that we're just going to be a hard deadline on that 60 days for all of these initial people who signed up in October. That's not going to be the case. We'll be lenient. We'll work with you guys. So if you have those individuals, just send them in to us.
Excellent. Thank you. Man, I'm glad you called that audible at the last minute. I appreciate that, Adam. Since I didn't get you off that bullet point on your slide, but thank you, brother. I took it off screen share so people could see your handsome face. Oh, look at that beard. Thanks, Adam and Giuseppe. I have a little slide there that says you're going to intro a few folks to share. Let's just look at your face too. I keep this screen share off for a second. So, you want to introduce your folks tonight?
Yeah, you bet. I'm actually going to introduce one person who's going to bring on several quick Prima testimonials that have come in already. And again, just guys, we only started shipping the day before Thanksgiving, and this product started to arrive and was wonderful. Last week we had testimonials already, and now we've had a full, probably about a week and a half since products started to land. And I wanted to invite Mike McCarthy on here, and I know Curtis is incredible, by the way. Curtis is incredible with all the technology, and I'm so grateful for you, Curtis. Like, gosh, keep us all humming along just well. I think Mike's probably on now. Is that correct?
Yeah, Mike, are you here? Can you hear us?
Hey, I got you guys. Hi.
Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Good evening,
Hey,
Mike.
hey.
Mike, I
Yeah.
gotta first just say, everyone, you gotta know this man is amazing. You could be in a room of like 10, 15 with 100 people. Somehow he's going to remember people's names, where they're from. He's going to remember what moments that he had with them. He's going to remember, Gord, he'll remember the shoes they're wearing, isn't he?
Yep.
Because he's a
Yes,
shoe
he
guy.
will.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Mike is one of the most amazing minds that I've ever, and I love doing meetings with Mike. But Mike, why don't you take it away here? Mike McCarthy from Colorado Springs, Colorado. You've got a series of people that are going to be sharing some stories. So Mike, take us through this. I'm going to be quiet. We'll just let you kind of lead your group and your leaders to share their stories. Okay.
That's wonderful. Hey, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Gordon. Thank you, everybody. Just service. I just got to say this before we even start. The customer service is the finest I've ever seen in 52 years in this business, for a company that's what, a week, 2 weeks just into it. So I just wanted to say that a special shout out to all of you, to everybody. But Adam Blake, I mean, I remember when Adam, Joe, back in the day, I mean, he couldn't have been, what, 19, 20 years old. And I mean, this guy has turned into, he was awesome then. We loved him then. Everybody did. But just a big shout out there. And Gordon, love your little guitar deal there. I mean, how simple and quick and fun, huh? So anyway, hey, first of all, tonight we got some great stories. And I'll start off with Janice Marquez up in Castle Pines, Colorado. I've known this lady, gosh, over 20 years. And she is on fire up there, Joe. And we're looking forward to the day you can come this way. Janice, take it away.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. I have to say the same thing that Mike said, so I got to throw that in. I'm a corporate person of 51 years in telecom, Lumen Technologies, but I would not do another company unless it was Joe and Gordon. And I come from a $1 billion company, and you guys were a $1 billion company, and you will be a $1 billion company quick.
Okay.
But I just really, I'm so proud to be on this team with you guys. But anyway, I'm going to give you my story so I can let the others tell their story. And 6 years ago, I went to Mexico, didn't know what happened, couldn't breathe. Anyway, long story short, came home, went to work, thought it was my asthma, ended up with this 18-inch blood clot in my leg from my groin to my calf. And I had like the largest saddle pulmonary embolism ever. And so with that said, I had I live to talk about it, and by the grace of God, but I've had a lot of residual weirdness in this left leg, and I take Eliquis, and I know I can't be talking about pharmaceutical stuff, but oh my gosh, like it's been 7 days, and my left leg is normal for the first time. And it wasn't the blood thinners, it was gosh dang Oliabo. And this is just such a blessing. And I'm just so excited because my ankle would always swell. But anyway, let's move on. So that is a huge hallelujah. And then I work in a very stressful job, and I can just tell just the peace. I don't know what it is, but it just is really calming down. And yes, I'm very ADHD too. So it's just a really great calming effect in a high stress world. And one other thing, I talked about this before on my last little time I talked about when I tried your all's products, and the nodules in my throat from my thyroid is like gone down, and you could see them on the front of my neck. And I went to dinner with my girlfriend last night, Kathy, and she's like, "Look at your neck. Is that Oliabo?" I said, "Gotta be." So I'm just so excited. I'm blessed. And thank you, Joe and Gordon, and to all of you, and Curtis, and all of you. I'm just so blessed to be in this company, and thank you for bringing the very best products to us.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Janice. Great story. Next, let's go to Buffalo Joe up in Niagara Falls, New York. Your friend and mine, Teresa Horeb. Teresa, are you there?
Yes, I am, Mike.
Go,
Happy
girl.
to be here.
Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, so I've actually swallowed the Oliabo for the fourth day, so I'm pretty new at the game here, as many of us are. But I have to tell you, I've actually had some really good sleep over the last few nights, and I've also noticed, particularly today, some really good mental clarity. I've had a really productive day, and I'm just really looking forward to it. Like for me, Mike, I'm pretty healthy as far as I know. There's your key word, as far as I know,
That's
because
right.
I mean, when you begin to have symptoms, that's like the last part of the problem, right? So I've always been very proactive about my health. And I remember when you put me on the phone with Joe to kind of let me know what was coming. And Joe, you shared all about, the ingredients and so forth. And I was just so impressed because to have, cardiovascular health and digestion and inflammation, right? Root of all disease. And for me, the brain, because that's my expertise as a profession in my wellness center. And I've learned one thing: there's two things you do not want to outlive, and that is your brain and your money, right? So I thought, my gosh, Oliabo actually has the answer to both of those. And we know that because history speaks loud. And I can't tell you how great it is to be reunited with you guys because, your success track and just the men that you are. I'm just so thrilled to be part of this.
Teresa, fabulous,
Love
and
Teresa. Love Teresa.
isn't that awesome, Joe? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, hey, we're going to do it again. It's going to be so much fun. And here we go. So now let's come back to Colorado, Joe, just for a minute here. And my buddy Roy Lee, this guy is it was a rodeo guy. I mean, cross country. I mean, you name it. And he knows a little bit about inflammation in his body. So, Roy, are you there?
Yeah, Roy, go ahead and unmute if you can.
Or unmute him, guys, if you can. However, you got us, Roy? That's okay. I'll tell you what, we can come right back to you, Roy, and let's move on. Right here in Colorado Springs, also another good friend of mine of many, many years, real estate professional and so forth and so on, and broker, Mr. John Walker. John, are you there?
I'm here.
Hey, John, take it away. Tell us what's going on over there.
All right. Well, thank you for the opportunity to share. I received my packet on Good Friday, and so I'm 13 packets into this program. A few things that I've noticed. is I'm not waking up during the early morning hours with that beloved acid reflux like I've been used to. So that's a blessing. Mid-afternoon fatigue has dissipated. Last Tuesday I was at the Y, and while I was on the bike, I thought, well, I'm feeling pretty good, so I cranked up the resistance another +2, and went from 8 to 10, and I rode 2 additional miles.
Wow.
Felt good doing
Dang.
that. I've noticed a greater clarity of mind, and I'm recalling names, experiences better. Brain fog continues to clear. Thank you. I was waking up with a neck pain on the right side of my neck, and this is much less noticeable. Now, Joe mentioned last month that he noticed a bit of a balance, more of a balance in his body. And this is
Yes.
happening to me. I also noticed a reduction in stress, so my days are better. And Ray Heron tells us, make a list of people that know and respect and trust us. I've made my list and I continue to add to it. As I call people, I send them the 7-minute, 11-second video. And on a follow-up, I mention, hey, you have nothing to lose. It's incredible. There's no cost to enroll in this wonderful company. You have no requirement to buy any product at all. And you secure an early position with a truly amazing company with an unbelievable entry-level opportunity. You can purchase product whenever you want. If you like
Yeah.
it, you can buy some more. If you don't want to buy, then don't. If you don't want to buy any product now, okay, don't do it. No pressure. Try the products when you are ready. If you like them, share them with others when it is comfortable for you. All good. And you have secured your position with Oliabo. I am so grateful, and I really appreciate the opportunity to share with you tonight. Thank you.
Hey, John, fantastic. And he's doing it too, Joe. That's what he does. And he has a huge sphere of influence here. Owns a property management company, a real estate broker. Him and his dad been here, for 100 years, So that's John. Appreciate you, John. So I got the 3 Johns tonight, Joe. That was the first one. Here comes the second one. This is John Mack. He's also an entrepreneur, and he's down there somewhere around, I believe it's Coral Gables, Florida, and he's tearing it up. Johnny, are you there?
I am.
Take it away.
Yeah, I'm in Cape Coral, Florida.
Okay.
That's the southwest part of Florida.
Sound like New
Um,
York to me, John. Are you sure you're in
oh yeah,
Florida?
oh yeah. That's why I'm down here. But to start off with, the first time I got the product a few days ago in the afternoon, and I was so excited about trying the product, so I had to open it up, and I took the product and I didn't really notice that much. I felt a little different by the evening time, but I didn't really want to say, okay, this is actually working. But come the next morning, I woke up like in a good mood. I didn't feel tired. I didn't feel fatigued. Um, Throughout the whole day, I felt relaxed and calm and focused. And my days just went on. And then that evening, this is where the test came. My neighbor's dog behind me, they have this big dog, and that dog just barked all night long. Now, normally I'd go out there and I would just holler, hey, put your dog away. And I'm pretty loud when I speak, so they hear me, you know. And that evening, I just was very calm and peaceful about it, didn't complain about the dog, went right back to sleep, woke up
You?
the next
You were
morning.
calm?
I was calm. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, I was so. Usually I wouldn't have been, but I'm not an angry person. But if you're gonna get me up when I have to work,
That's right.
um, so the product for the last few days has just been making me feel good all the time about everything. I have a very busy professional appliance repair business, And, you know, I have to keep track of a lot of people all the time and what's going on. And it seems like everything seems easier and smoother. And I really want to thank you, Mike, to begin with, because you didn't give up on me. Just to let everyone know, Mike probably called me about 10 times. I ignored 9 of his phone calls. Then I prayed about it and see if I want to get in another opportunity, because I knew he was offering something. And when he explained to me that Joe and Gordon was in this, I definitely wanted to take a look at it. So I just want to thank everyone for sharing and working so hard to put out a great product that I feel it's going to change the world. Thank you.
Absolutely. Hey, John, thank you so much. And yeah, I wasn't going to give up on you, John. But you think you kind of knew what I was calling you about, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Hey, let's close it on up now, guys. We're running a little bit late tonight. Let's go on up to Idaho, to my compadre and buddy for 35 years. We've been in everything from Amway to New Skin to you name it. John, are you there? John Herring.
Yep, sure am, Mike. Thanks for having me on. Good to have everybody together. What a great community of people, and what great stories in such a short time. When we take a product like this, you're going to get all kinds of stories, and some, I'm not sure I would necessarily share with everybody, but you're going to get it anyway.
Yeah.
So 3 things have happened. Okay. One is in your mind's eye, picture a racehorse. You know how the blinders are up, so they're only looking straight forward. My vision is fine, but I felt after I took the product, I got my 2 packs in the mail. I started taking it, and I feel like those blinders are just removed. I feel like I'm seeing, the whole 180% of what's in 180 degrees of what's in front of me. So that's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Teresa meant sleep, and I slept pretty good. I slept good, but I figured out why I slept good, because I didn't get up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and I just slept through the night. That is
Wow.
a big deal. Okay. And the third one's probably the most important to me personally. I've had some kind of digestive issues. Can't really say what they are. Don't really know. I haven't gone to a doctor or a hospital for it, that type of thing. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Let's just say I'm regular again.
Hey, that's a good deal, John.
Okay, and we're going to hear so many great stories, Mike, because everybody's body's going to do something a little different with the magic that we're giving it. And
Yeah.
folks, you think it's good now. I can't wait well, I can wait because I don't want to waste time, but when I'm on this product 30, 60, 90 days, it's only going my body's only going to work better. I'm very excited. Thanks for having me on the call tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks, John. Yeah, and that flex is right around the corner. I know you're excited about that, not to mention shipping of the olive oil. We'll probably learn more on Thursday. So, hey, thank you,
Well,
everybody. Great stories. And Joe, back to you, my friend.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks, everyone. Sure appreciate it. Look at that fun photo, Gordon. I'm going to turn it back to you to close the call out.
Will do. Thanks, Joe. Mike, I did that in the moment. I wasn't cognizant completely. It was a big blur today of a bunch of stuff that happened. I was like, Mike's on the call. I actually was in Italy with Mike many, many years ago. I think this is probably April 2006, Mike and Betty. Like Betty referenced this picture a few weeks ago, and I found it. She said there was like this moment, and every once in a while you happen to point a camera at the right direction. And so Mike and Betty, thank you. Betty behind the scenes there, cheering Mike on. And Curtis, I wonder if you could kind of take us home. We have a call on Thursday. That's your jam, buddy.
Yes.
And
Absolutely, yeah. So coming up Thursday, 2 p.m. Mountain Time, as we do on Thursdays, we dig deep into the Oliabo Premio Pay Compensation Plan. We get into the back office, doing some tutorials and walking through things, answering a lot of questions. So definitely be there or be square. I mean, some of the basics on the comp plan for those of you that are new. We have weekly opportunities to generate income. We have monthly opportunities to generate bigger income, which is residual. And we have quarterly opportunities for those really big checks. So We've got a whole variety of different ways to earn, and it's a very unified plan that works great for your part-time builder, for a full-time professional, for affiliates, for wellness professionals. It's an incredible plan. So please join us Thursday, 2 p.m. Mountain Time, and we'll dig deeper. Also, I get the luck and the honor of introducing Ray tonight. Ray, I've had the great pleasure of getting to know Ray over these last several months, and it is a pleasure, honestly. I've heard so many stories about Ray even before I met Ray, from Gordon and Joe and others, and man, the incredible praise that I've heard pales in comparison to the reality. So grateful to be able to know Ray, to have him as a new friend this year, and to be able to work with him and to serve him as best I can in my role here at Oliabo. So Ray, happy to introduce you, happy to have you on board, and take it away, please.
Thank you, brother. Curtis, I think the world of you. I think the world of this executive team, and everybody give them a hand clap, a heart, a thumb, or something, a thumbs up. I made a few notes. This could be dangerous. This could take a while. I never make notes. I'm listening to these testimonies. They're really rather phenomenal, and very impressive in a short period of time. And Gordon, I'm going to tell a story, and I bet you in the deep recesses of your brain, you may even remember this. I'm sure you were on the conference call with me way back in the day. We were doing a conference call with another opportunity and another product that we were introducing the world to. By the way, this product was grapeseed extract, so you shouldn't be surprised that we have Rosa in our little packet that we take on a daily basis. Some of us, like me, twice a day. I was doing a conference call, and there was this cowboy from Oregon. His name was Lamar Cable. He was a Bronco rider, a bronc rider, whatever you call him. He rode horses and he rode bulls, and he'd been all beat up in the rodeo circuit. And he began to talk about our product at the time and the testimony. I relate this back to Oliabo just based on the stories that I hear every day and what we've heard here tonight. He was explaining that product, and he said it was like Vuja Day. And Gordon, you may remember this. And I said, Lamar, what is Vuja Day? He said, well, you've heard of deja vu before, haven't you? And I go, yeah. He goes, kind of like something you've seen before. I said, yeah. He said, well, Vuja Day is, man, I ain't never seen anything like this stuff. And that's what I'm going to say about Prima based on the things that I hear. We'll just start out with a little funny story. And Mr. Brent Baum, wow, incredible words. I hope people are really listening. You're obviously a visionary, and who you are speaks a lot louder than what you have to say. And you said some very powerful things here tonight. This is going to be recorded. I think I see it's being recorded. And hopefully all of you will listen to that again and listen to what one of the 5 partners of DreamWorks, Mr. Brett Baum, had to say. If you don't know what DreamWorks is, I'd be surprised. But if you don't, Google it up. It's one of the most successful operations, this industry's ever seen. So thank you, Brent, for those. Joe, I'm always reminded of this every day. And I mean, I'm gonna keep saying it till it's mine, but it's actually yours. You say that, Oliabo really is the greatest health story that's never been told. I can see this, folks. If you don't have the vision for this, I mean, just borrow mine. I've been in this industry for 40 years, been pretty successful at it. And God didn't give me any special vision, but I've had a lot of experience of identifying something that was apt to be very big. And I've got the perspective of having been here before with these young guys. And I tell you, I know exactly what we're in for. This thing is about to grow at warp speed. It's going to be like something you've never seen before. And I want to talk to you. Look, it's Christmas time. It's closing in on Christmas, I should say. And I watch people in this industry, having done it 40 years, almost every day of my life. and people kind of tend to coast in the month of December. You know, and I get it. We got families and we got people we're thinking about and trying to think about what kind of special gift we can give for the people that we love. And we kind of have a tendency to put our business aside. I want to tell you, for me, it's preseason. The month of December is preseason. If you knew what I knew, the biggest months in all of network marketing, 40 years of history, is always January, February, March, and most of April and sometimes May. But primarily the first quarter coming up January, February, and March. You've heard me say many times, my mentor, Mr. Jim Rohn, taught me 40 years ago, a guy that was dead broke behind in bills and promises that I'd made to my family and really struggling in life. He said, find the right opportunity at the right time. Build your business like your life depended on it for 90 days. It could set you up for the rest of your life. I'm telling you, I'm going to say it and say it. You're probably sick of hearing me say it. It's the formula for success in network marketing. You do find the right company at the right time. You can get an idea here tonight. You're at the right place at the right time. So give it your 90-day effort. And I'll tell you what, you can't believe what difference it's going to make for you if you do it. And so instead of coasting in the month of December, pour it on. Just give it everything you got. You know, human beings are capable of the most incredible things. Jim Rohn taught me that 40 years ago. Applying that 90-day formula, it took me from poverty to plenty just that quick. 90 days, I was earning more money than all of my friends that had high paying jobs. So I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, this is the thing that you've been looking for. If you've made promises to yourself that if you found the right opportunity at the right time, you could do something with your life, you found it here at Oliabo. It just don't get any better. The opportunity never, ever gets better than this one is today. If you give it everything you got, is it going to be a great opportunity after 90 days? Of course, it will be. Will it be a great opportunity a year from now, 2 years from now? No question, it will be. However, you can earn, I'm not making income claims, but I'm telling you, if financial challenges are in your life, this thing is everything you possibly wanted to find at the right time. You got it right here in Oliabo. Let's see if I have any other notes that I want to share with people. Just don't get caught coasting, I guess. That's what I could say to you. Just, December is the time. December is the time to give it everything you got. I'm so thankful to be here, guys and gals. Gals, we got one gal. We appreciate you, Ashley, so much. And that little 7-day sample, we're all looking forward to hearing more about that. And Kent, we love you because you write the checks. Love all of you. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to all of us. Inquiring minds always want to know. I get these questions. I'm going to get them right after this. How many people were on there? How many people were on there? How about 300? Yeah, it's a pretty good number, right? Very few companies these days. I've been doing this a long time. Very few of them can gather up 20 people on the Zoom call these days. So you all know that something's going on. Don't miss this one. I say it often. Don't get caught doing less than you can do. Less than you can do in life is pretty damaging. In your business, in your personal life, everything. Give it everything you got. You feel better about yourself. You have a sense of accomplishment. It just feeds you. You do more, you want to do more. So just be accountable to yourself. You promised yourself if you found the right thing at the right time, you could do something. You got no excuse. This one is right here. I got one suggestion for you. And then I'm gonna put in a shameless plug. My friend Malcolm Wallace is on the other side of the world on this Zoom here tonight. And we do a Zoom every Sunday night, every Wednesday night. I'm not going to post it up here, but you look up line from whoever brought you in this business. Somebody can get you to those Zooms. I promise you, I call him Thunder from Down Under. He's a lot of fun. And we have a great Zoom every Sunday night, every Wednesday night. So find your way to those Zooms. I encourage you. Promise you, we won't embarrass you. We won't make medical claims. We don't make ridiculous income claims. You'll have a lot of fun. The people that you invite there will get involved in your business. Be a bringer. If you're not comfortable telling this story, I promise you, you'll keep attending these Zooms. You'll get more comfortable with the product. You'll get more comfortable sharing the opportunity. And I've said it before. I think the key to success, it certainly worked for us all those years ago. And the last company these guys had, we didn't want to leave anything on the table. So we did the smart thing. We decided we were going to be in business for ourselves. So let's be smart. Don't leave any money on the table. You qualify at every level if you're on 200 points per month on subscription. My advice, you do whatever you like, just whatever you can do to have 200 points every month. That will always entitle you to be paid everything that's possible for you to earn. So get involved right away and find 3 people who will duplicate what you do. That's 3 people doing 200 points. You automatically get everything you're entitled to in the compensation plan. Start that way. Get you 3 people that will duplicate 3, 9, 27, 81, 243, 729. Works kind of that way. Not perfectly, but that's kind of how network marketing works. And I don't know how long it take you. Some of you probably not very long. Some it might take a year or 2. Let's say it takes 5. If you do that, you operate with that formula, and you got a duplicating system, and everybody knows that they're getting 3 on 2, 3 on 2, 3 on 2. As that duplicates just through 6 levels, my goodness, that's over $100,000 extra a year. Probably that's not getting wealthy, but you add that to what you already have in your life. It's lifestyle. I think that belongs to anybody that's willing to go for it, that's willing to be accountable to themselves. It's the greatest opportunity I believe I've ever seen, guys and gals, in my life in network marketing. And I've seen a few in my day. I was ready to give it up, walk away, retire. I got the call from my good friend Gordon, and what a red letter day in my life. If you make the quality decision here to give it everything you got for the next 3 to 6 months, it'll be a red letter day in your life as well. I appreciate you all so much. You all mean a lot to me. Thanks, everybody. I've talked too long as it is, but I appreciate the time.
Ray, you're a gentleman and a scholar. Sure appreciate you, my friend. Ray and I'll admit to this, and Ray knows we were talking today, and Ray, I'm afraid to say this, but I'm actually, as much work as we got, I'm actually having the time of my life. I mean it, brother. From the bottom of my heart, you can feel it. Guys, you can feel it. There's something going on. It's hard to explain. Ray did this thing. I just watched him. I know, you guys, I know this man so well. Success has many fathers, and I have an amazing father that raised Joe and I, but I also have wonderful people like Ray and a couple of others that Ray knows. Ray does this thing, and he leaned in because he knows something he's predicting the future, because we're riffing about some numbers today. And he's like, Gordon, my boy, and there's a ... I cannot complete the sentence, but let me just say, when Ray says put up everything that'll break, that means tie a knot and hang on, folks. I said to Ray at the beginning, I want a goal so big it scares the blazes out of me, right? I know what this group is capable of. My gosh, dang it, brother. It is so good to see you fired up at the level of intensity, and Teresa and all the wonderful folks. And so thank you, all of you. I would just suggest this in this next few weeks of your life: set some big, hairy, audacious goals. Say your prayers and go to work. That's it. Set some goals, say your prayers, go to work. I think the world of you. I'm starting to get a southern accent because of Ray. Okay, I think the world of you. Hey, Curtis, Ashley, Brent, Joe, Kent, Ben, Adam, and my cousin Katya in Italy. Thank you so much. You guys have the best night of your life, and we'll see you Thursday. All right. Cheers.
Thanks, everyone.
See ya.
Everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Buonanotte
Good night,
a
everyone.
tutti.
Buonanotte.
Recording